bow tie sighting today and exploring more great music from America's Black composers for Black History Month. And here's a great one I've done before. In this context, we want to feature one of our great popular songwriters, a fellow by the name of Mr. Maceo Pinker. I fell in love with you the first time I looked into them there eyes. You've got a cute little certain flirt. Them there eyes, oh, they make me feel so happy. They make me feel so blue. I'm falling, no stalling, falling in a good big way for you. My heart is jumping, you started something. With them there eyes, you better look out, little brown eyes, if you're wise. Oh, sparkle, oh, bubble, to get you in a whole lot of trouble. Oh, baby, them there eyes. You in a whole lot of trouble. Oh, baby, their eyes. All right. Welcome, everybody, to Music du Jour. This is Casey MacGill coming to you high atop the hills of Tacoma from the fabled Ridgewood Room with another episode of Music du Jour, Black History Month, and the composer is a fellow by the name of Maceo Pinker, who was born in the late 1890s and lived up into the 1980s and had a wonderful career as a pianist, a songwriter, and he also was involved in a couple of Broadway productions, which was quite revolutionary in the 1920s. And he wrote a lot of great songs, and the most famous I will not be playing today because it's going to be a quiz question on our upcoming cocktail hour. And that cocktail hour is going on this evening, tonight at 7 p.m. Pacific time. And we have acquired the musical services of the great Danny Joy and Perry Stouffer, who will be visiting us virtually from their music store in Portland, Oregon. And if for no other reason, I think you should tune in and enjoy looking at that wall of ukuleles that they have behind them. It's quite impressive. So, and then we have the fantastically talented and loquacious, intellectually rather razor sharp Jude Swift, who's going to be mixing up a libation for us, our celebrity cocktailist. And we've got some very enjoyable personalities which will be joining our show as guests. So I think you're going to enjoy this one. It's tonight at 7 o'clock Pacific time, okay? And if you are beaming in from the European continent or the UK or other places in different time zones, you can go visit us on YouTube after the show and play the broadcast at your own convenience. So,
are we going to rebroadcast? We could rebroadcast on Sunday.
This is the voice of the executive producer. It's my good friend and colleague and life partner and spouse, Jessica MacGill. Hi,
Hello.
Jessica.
Hello. Hello.
What
Hello.
is it you just said?
Rebroadcasting on Sunday morning, Like-
We could do that.
like we did the last time.
Yeah, let's do it. What do you say?
We caught the Levies
That's
watching
right.
us.
The Levies, Tony and Paula. We caught you. And yeah, so, we'll be broadcasting it Sunday morning, I guess. That's the word. It's the scuttlebutt around here. So I want to do a little show and tell. As those of you who watch the show are aware, I am an avid collector of old sheet music. Actually, American sheet music mostly the small format, which started being printed in around 1919. They cut down the size to save paper for the First World War. Anyway, so look at that. Isn't that a cute cover?
Wow.
Sugar. And that is the next song I'm going to do. And it was recorded by a number of different artists. And also, one thing about this that's interesting, it was published by W.C. Handy. And those of you who are students of music history will immediately recognize his name as being the composer of the St. Louis Blues, also Beale Street Blues, and he parlayed that songwriting success into a publishing company and spent the remainder of his adult years overseeing the operation of W.C. Handy Music Publishing. So, and they were on Broadway in New York, right down the street from the Burrell Building. So right now I want to get the ukulele off of my shoulders and move to the piano. And I also have a very special dedication for this tune. And that dedication is to a good friend and a delightful colleague that I used to enjoy, who was a pianist in the Seattle area for many years, Ruby Bishop. And this was one of Ruby's signature songs. She kind of, when performers do a song over a period of years and they develop a definitive version, we consider it to be their song. And this is definitely Ruby's tune. And I've played it for a number of years myself, but it was just she did a wonderful version of it. And I can hear her doing it right now as we speak. And so we want to send this out to Ruby. She's up in the back room with Mr. Armstrong and all of her musical friends. And we, wish her the best and are grateful for the pleasure of her company. So a little bit of Sugar from Maceo Pinker. I call my baby my sugar, 'cause I'm sweet on my sugar. That sugar baby is so confectionary, honey. She never pleads for my money, 'cause when I feed her on honey, she gets her needs every time. I make a million trips to her sweet lips, if I were a bee, 'cause she's sweeter than sugar. confectionery. Sugar, I never cheat on my sugar, 'cause I'm sweet on my sugar. That sugar baby of mine. I said sugar, I call my baby my sugar, 'cause I'm sweet on my sugar. My sugar baby is so confectionery, honey. She never waits for my money. And when I fit her on honey, oh yes, she gets her needs every time. I'd make a million trips to her sweet lips if I was a bee, 'cause she's sweeter than chocolate candy to me. She's granulated sugar. I never cheat on my sugar, 'cause I'm sweet on my sugar. That sugar baby of mine. That sugar baby of mine. All right, sugar. And that goes out to Ruby Bishop, the great Ruby Bishop. We all miss her here in the Seattle area. And I think there might be some information about her on Wikipedia if you are curious about her. Today we are celebrating Black History Month with the composer, Mr. Maceo Pinkard. And I'm going to switch over to the other camera right now. Hello!
I beat you.
She got in a little ahead of me there.
We have a visit from Amy today and
Yeah, hi,
Karen
Amy.
Crown.
Karen,
Probably.
what a lunchtime break, you know? There's nothing like some good old-fashioned music to go with that tuna sandwich and cup of soup, you know? That's what I always say.
Did you say sandwich?
I did. That's the way I say it. I'm being teased. You know, the word is sandwich, but I like to say sandwich. I don't know. That's the way I always said it. I've just recently started getting corrected. That's because Jessica's the first person that cared.
No, it's because I'm from Wisconsin and I take flack for my accent all the time.
Yeah, she's from Wisconsin. She takes flack for her accent all the time. Yeah. I'm not going to make any more comments on that. But I am going to tell you, we've got another little show and tell here. I'm going to take off the plastic cover and show you another piece of sheet music from Maceo Pinkard. And this is a song, it's a lot of fun. It's called Okay Baby. See that? And this is actually a particular favorite of Jessica's. And I was inspired to do this tune from a great recording by a group called McKinney's Cotton Pickers. Not the greatest name, but back in the day, racial stereotypes were a way of selling a black group. And William McKinney was actually a black gentleman, but that was the name that they chose for this band. And However, it was a really, really great band, and included a number of guest stars from time to time, like Coleman Hawkins or Fats Waller. But their normal lineup was a really hot combination, and they had a singer by the name of George Thomas. He was a tenor sax player in the band, and he died tragically in a car accident while the band was on the road. But his career was cut short. But he was really coming forward as a wonderful singing feature. People loved his vocals. I love his vocals, and he sang this song, "Okay, Baby," and it goes like this. Okay, baby, sweet as can be. Hey, hey, baby, wait till you see the ring that I picked out for you. 52 more payments, and it's yours, dear. Okay, baby, we'll run away. Hey, hey, baby, wait till that day. Even if your mother wants to live with us free, it's okay, baby, with me. Okay, baby, sweet as can be. Hey, hey, baby, wait till you see the ring that I picked out for you. 52 more payments, and it's yours, dear. Hey, hey, baby, we'll run away. Okay, baby, wait till that day. Even if your mother wants to live with us free, it's okay, baby, with me. It's okay, baby, with me. Isn't that a fun song? Jessica likes that one. Yeah. Yeah, that yeah, those are 52 more payments, and it's yours, dear. That's a very realistic lyric. Anyway, so today we are celebrating Black History Month, and we are also celebrating, and as a part of that, we're celebrating the music of one of our less known composers, but who wrote a lot of great songs, and his name is Maceo Pinkard. And Maceo Pinkard was a familiar face in Tin Pan Alley in New York City in the 1920s and 30s. And at one point, in his last years, he retired to upstate New York, had a lovely home, and spent his last years up there enjoying the fruits of his labor. And there is one song that he wrote that's probably more famous than all of them. In fact, it was a theme song of a famous basketball team. There's a little bit of a hint, and I'm not divulging the name because it's going to be a question on our quiz tonight on our cocktail hour. We've got a Casey MacGill cocktail hour at 7 p.m. Pacific time tonight, and we urge you all to join us for some great music, some great guests, a very special cocktail that will be presented to you, and also our celebrity bartender, Jude, is going to do a little show and tell with her quilting. She's a fantastic quilter. So that's at 7 o'clock tonight. And I also just want to mention, we appreciate all of the donations we've received from you out there, and we appreciate you tuning in and listening to the music. And if you would like to make a donation to our virtual receptacle of gratitude, so just go to Venmo or PayPal, and those links or addresses are in the comments section of this broadcast. And we really appreciate that. But the main thing is that you're here and we're hanging out together and making some music. So
we have a check-in from Takeo.
Oh, Takeo. Hi, Takeo.
Yeah.
And really, Takeo is a ukulele player, and he's got a fantastic collection of himself doing performances of a number of different songs on his Facebook page. And it's really fun to watch because for each different song, he has a different costume. And
a different style.
In a different style, yeah. He plays in different styles. Unlike me, I just play in one style, but he's got a lot of different things going on. And I got to meet him a couple of years ago at a ukulele festival, and he has just blossomed into a great ukulele talent. So it's great to see you, Takeo. And anyway, we've got one more song to do. Now, this one is not by Maceo Pinkard. It's by another great black songwriter, and by the name of Andy Razaf. I'm not sure how it's pronounced. His last name was originally Razovnovsky, and he has some Russian background in his heritage, and he was primarily Fats Waller's lyricist, but he did write a couple of songs with the music, and this is one of our favorites here. It's a great tune called Louisiana, so we're going to leave you with that today. Louisiana, Louisiana, I've been sad, mighty sad. Louisiana, Louisiana, now I'm glad, mighty glad. Whistle's blowing, train is going, here I come. I'm tired of roaming, back to my homeland, back to happiness and then some. Louisiana, the place is grander, I declare. No skies are bluer, friends are truer, anywhere. Take me to your heart, give me one more start. I'm a little child, just been running wild. Louisiana, Louisiana, my home. Ba-da-da-da, la, la, da-da-da, da-da-da, Louisiana, Louisiana, I've been sad, mighty sad. Louisiana, Louisiana, now I'm glad, mighty glad. Whistle's blowing, train is going, here I come. Tired of roaming, back to my homeland, back to happiness and then some. Louisiana, no place is grander, I declare, I declare. No skies are bluer, friends are truer, anywhere. Take me to your heart, give me one more start. I'm a little child, just been running wild. Louisiana, Louisiana, my home. Okay, everybody. Thank you for tuning in today. And please join us tomorrow around 12:30, where we will continue with our celebration of Black History Month and also the music of the great composer, Mr. Maceo Pinkard. And don't forget to tune in to our cocktail hour. That is tonight with our special guests, Danny and Perry, Danny Joy and Perry Stouffer, 7 p.m. Pacific time. Okay. Louisiana, Louisiana, my home.